What's up, guys? Welcome back to MMA Prophecies, where I give you guys UFC content every single week. Hit that like and subscribe button for more UFC content. Now, Ian Machado Garry explains why he hired his wife's ex-husband as his nutritionist. Recently, he told Shaquille Majuri, quote unquote, "The main reason behind my wife's ex-husband is that he's an elite performance nutritionist, and he's very effing good at what he does. To the point where every single UFC weight cut has been easier every time." And look, guys, look at this picture and the description of it. And whoever captioned this made it sound so weird for Ian Garry. Quote unquote, Ian Machado Garry, right, hired the ex-husband, who's in the center, of his wife Layla, who's on the left, to be his nutritionist and travel the world with them so as not to drive a wedge between the family. What? It's his job to do that? I mean, that is so strange. I've literally never heard that in my life, and I'm 36. And then he also goes on to say, "We've worked phenomenally together, and I'm very proud of the work we've done. In that same regard, he's a professional. In one regard, he's also the father of my wife's son, and I never want to be a wedge between a father and a son. I know we're going on this adventure to travel the world." And he goes, "Hey, dude, want to travel the world? Be my nutritionist, and we can all do this together. You can come and see your son whenever you want." And then the two of them are going to Disneyland or Disney World this morning, and that's the energy I have. He continued, "I want to be a good human. I want to be a good man, and never want to be a wedge between a father and son. I know if someone was to be a wedge between me and my son, I'd be livid, and I'd hate that person. I never want that on my conscience. So the truth is, my wife does not have a boyfriend. My wife has an ex-husband, and they have a past. I understand that. I'm aware of that. Everyone has an effing past in their life. Everyone does. I don't want to be a wedge between my wife and her ex-husband and her kid and have them go through battles and arguments if I didn't want them around. No, I'm a bigger man than that. I understand that there's a child in all this, and he deserves to be prioritized." Okay, guys, this is just so strange. I personally would never be comfortable, having my wife around her ex-husband, traveling with us together everywhere. Hell no. I mean, how could you even, be romantic at all, right? It's just so strange. But I guess they have this crew that travels around the world from gym to gym, and so far nobody has said anything good to say about them or him, probably because he talks so much trash about every gym he trains at. But Ian Garry struck back at Sean Strickland and said, "Listen, we can shoot shots at each other all day, me and another bloke, but here's the two things I'll point out. My wife was called a pedophile by Sean Strickland. No woman ever deserves to be called that. My son, the people that follow Sean Strickland, commented on a couple of photos at the start of all this saying, 'Is the kid even his?' I should never even have to hear that. Those two things, they emotionally get me. I'll get mine back. I'll thump the effing mouth off Sean Strickland one day, and there will be nothing he can do about it. I'll talk to him. I'll dance in his face. I'll do whatever I want, because the truth is, when we get locked in that cage one day, he's never going to be able to deal with me." One day, maybe. But guys, this is just another reason why everyone hates him, because he's seen as such a hypocrite in the media, because he's here complaining about Sean Strickland calling his wife a pedophile, yet here he is flaunting a Jeff Neal mugshot t-shirt around his wife and baby. Look how happy they are and so proud of that moment. And of course, you all know about him accusing Neil Magny of beating his boy to a pulp, and apparently in Neil's words, got him in trouble and is now fighting for custody, which I'm not even sure if I believe. But Ian Garry better be careful about talking smack to Sean Strickland, because we all know he's insane. We all just saw what he did to Sneeko, which is hilarious. But I'm absolutely taking Sean Strickland over Ian Garry in a 5-round fight. I think Sean is a better boxer. I think Ian's a better kicker, but he hasn't faced nearly the competition that Sean has, or has been through the types of wars. He's yet to be tested, but he will be this Saturday versus Jeff Neal. This is a big step up in competition for him, and I think Neal can easily catch him with the hook, because Garry tends to leave his chin up in the air when he does get close, especially when he gets guys up against the fence. And guys, I'm praying that happens because I want the whole world to see this guy get knocked out. I don't think he's as good as he thinks he is. I think he's looked good overall against the competition he's faced, which has been weak. So I don't think he's proved anything yet, at least to me. But so far he's been getting lit up by the fans at the UFC 298 press conference. Just watch this.
Waiting to hear from you. How are you feeling with everything?
Going. Every single one of you is talking about me. Every single one of you is here to see me. I'm gonna get my hand raised Saturday night and I'm gonna silence every single one of you. I'm gonna do what I do best. I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna show out, and I'm gonna get my hand raised in spectacular fashion. That's it. That's my only job.
Question for both of you guys. Will you, after everything that's been said, will you shake hands after the fight?
I'll shake hands with any man that's willing to stand there in an octagon with me. That's simple as.
Maybe.
Jeff, I'll shake your hand if you're willing to shake mine.
What?
I'll shake your hand if you're willing to shake mine.
I got you, bro.
There you go.
Question for
Wow, I mean, he looks so weak in that clip. Can you hear his voice and in the tone of his voice? He has like no confidence. Just the way he said, "Go on, go on." He was just so quiet the way he said that, and that he didn't even sound confident. You can literally hear the shivers in his voice. And then he tries to look like a good guy by telling Jeff Neal he'll shake his hand in the octagon. This is just him trying to make up for looking so bad in the media. But what do you guys think of his wife's ex-husband traveling the world with him? Is that weird? Would you do that? It just sounds hilarious, and it just seems so weak from both men. Maybe they're both under, Layla's spell. Who knows? But guys, that is my reaction to Ian Garry calling out Sean Strickland. If you guys like this video, hit the like and subscribe button for more UFC content. And until the next video, peace out, you guys.